Welcome back again to another video on my channel. Like I said in my last video where I did a tier list ranking the movies I watched last year in 2024, I'm doing another tier list. This is for the Cobra Kai characters. Season 1 to 6, every main character from season 1 to 6 of Cobra Kai will be on this tier list. And we're going to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to start. We've split all the characters into 3 groups. We've got Miyagi-Do and Eagle Fang. This is anyone who ended in Miyagi-Do. This is any character who was either in Miyagi-Do or Eagle, who was either just in Miyagi-Do, who was either just in Miyagi-Do, who was in Miyagi-Do throughout the entire show. So yeah, Miyagi-Do and Eagle Fang, the section Miyagi-Do and Eagle Fang is for any member who had a long period of time where they were in Miyagi-Do or Eagle Fang. We have Cobra Kai, which is for the characters who were mainly in Cobra Kai. They were just in Cobra Kai. And we have unaffiliated, which is all the characters that either just weren't fighters or they were returning characters from the original films that weren't karate students, or they're just random characters who have familial relations or friendship relationships with with a main character. We'll start with unaffiliated. Up first, we have Kenny Payne. Kenny Payne, actually before we do get through to those, we're going to go through each tier quickly. At the bottom is the worst. This is not for the worst characters in terms of personality. This is not for the worst characters personality-wise and in terms of the actions they do show. This is for the worst characters. The characters who I just don't care for whatsoever. It's not mainly because they're evil, but I just don't like them as a character. But it's not the people who are shit. It's not the shit people. So Terry Silver and Kreese, you expect, oh, they're bad people, so they've got to go in the worst. They're bad people, but they're not bad characters. They do deserve to go in the worst tier because they're bad people, but they're not bad characters. Just above that, Cobra Kai, this is for the characters I just don't see changing. No matter whether they're in a dojo or not. Good Chum, this is for the good characters. The characters who have done nothing wrong, but have done nothing wrong to annoy me, and have done nothing right to make me think that they're special. Miyagi-Do worthy, these are any of the characters that are good to great. Like with the films in my last video, good to great. If the character's a good character or a great character, if the character's good, very good or great, they go in this tier, Miyagi-Do worthy. And I'd happily allow them to join. I'd happily allow them to train under Daniel with Miyagi-Do or Eagle Fang. A dojo that isn't Cobra Kai or the Iron Dragons. And the Karate Kids is for my favourite characters. Kenny is difficult because I like him. And I think the actor, Dallas Dupree Young, does a very good job. But what makes Kenny not be able to, what stops Kenny from being super high up is, only being in the last few seasons. So I'm going to put Kenny, the first character we're ranking in this Cobra Kai tier list, in Good Chum. Like him. I hated him after he joined Cobra Kai, but he made the right choice in the end, and he's great. And he made the right choice in the end, and that's why I had him in unaffiliated. Because come the end of Cobra Kai, he was just a normal person. He did obviously join the Saikai Taikai he obviously did replace Devon in the Saikai Taikai for Miyagi-Do. And yeah, he made the right choice in the end, and he became a better person and a better character for it. Next up, we have Kyler. Kyler is something. Kyler is not a bad character, and I've got him in unaffiliated because come the end of the show he didn't have a dojo. But it's funny because he is gonna go in Cobra Kai, despite that the fact that I find him funny. He's just not going to change as a person. He will change. He's not going to change as a person. He's not that good to change as a person, in my personal opinion. To get Cobra Kai. Next up, we have Aisha, obviously from the first 2 seasons before leaving in season 2, and she did obviously make a special appearance in season 4. Alicia is a great character. I liked her. I think she was an awesome fighter despite being a girl, because I think all the girl fighters have shown a lot of promise, and all the girl fighters on this show, the girl fighters on Cobra Kai are absolute badass. Even Kim Dae-eun, who we'll get to eventually, even Kim Dae-eun is badass, and Aisha was the first badass fighter in Cobra, the first badass female fighter in Cobra Kai. And for me, she goes in Miyagi-Do worthy. She's a very good fighter, and I think she would work perfectly with Miyagi-Do if she ever decided to go back to fighting. She never will, but if she ever did, she would be great in Miyagi-Do. So Aisha for me is going to go in Miyagi-Do worthy. Next up, we have Stingray. He's just a blast. He's just an absolute blast. The Karate Kids. The Karate Kids. Stingray, you're in the Karate Kids. You're just spectacular. I'm going to quickly move my phone to here because I need to charge it. Okay. Let me. If now I got a brown table next to me, which I don't need to use anymore because I only was using it for cokes and stuff. I'm gonna move my black table closer to the charger so I can charge my phone while having. If I can charge my phone while having the black stand that my phone is on, so I can film this video. So yeah, we're changing. Which before we get on with the next chapter, we're changing the angle. Changing the angle of our filming. Let me just shift my foot underneath here. There you go. We've changed the angle just so I can get my phone closer to the charger while also allowing it to be on the stand on my black table. As you can see, I've got a black table and I'm using it as so boom. Okay, different angle. Let's get back to the video. Next character, Stingray. Karate Kids, love him. You may love him or hate him, he's that good. And yeah, he becomes the first, surprisingly, well, it's not surprisingly, I chose to put unaffiliated first. But yeah, Karate Kids just love him to bits. Amanda, the badass female character that isn't part of a dojo and isn't part of anything. She's just about her and Daniel, and that's what I love about her character. Amanda, thank you. I love you, and I think you're going to be the second in a row to go in Karate Kids. You're not even a kid, but going in Karate Kids, because you're that something. You're that special. And I totally get why Daniel has been together with you for years. Because you truly love each other and you're badass. And you're both badass. Next up, we'll go Carmen. There's a lot of characters to get through, so I'm trying to go as quick as possible. Carmen, again, she's not at the level of Stingray, She's not at the level of Stingray or Amanda, but I do believe she's better than Aisha. Next up, Moon. I like Moon. Hannah Kemple, she's hot. She's very attractive, and I'm not shocked that Hawk ended the series together with her. Moon is great. Yeah, I like Moon more than other people, and I'm gonna put her in good chum. She's not as good as Kenny, but she is a great character in my opinion. Next up, Rosa, Carmen's mum, and Miguel's grandma. Rosa is an underrated character in my opinion, and she is going to go just below Aisha. Next up, Yasmin. Given how I've written my tier, she's going to have to go in good chum, and I'm going to put her below her friend Moon. Jasmine, love her relationship with Dimitri, but she can be a bit annoying sometimes, especially in that first season when she goes on and off with her, when she is on and off with her friend Sam, and on and off once or twice with Moon. Next up, we're going to rank these two as a pair because you can't have Anoush without Louis. And Anoush and Louis are going to go in good chum. Below everyone already in good chum. But I love Louis, I love Anoush. They're funny characters, and yeah, they're going in good chum right next to each other. I'm going to put Anoush just ahead of Louis because he's more mature. Way more mature. But other than that, they're pretty equal. Brooks didn't have enough time in Cobra Kai, and because of that, he didn't really have enough time to change as a person. He did change as a person a little bit. He did become less obnoxious. Loved the scene where he forgave Hawk for what he did at the end of season, for what he did to... I would love the scene where Brooks forgave Hawk for what he did to Brooks in season 2, when he beat him to a bloody pulp. Next up, we have, Brooks is going just above Kyler in Cobra Kai. Not because he's a bad character. I like him as a character. He just didn't have enough time to change as a person. The only one thing he did show in terms of change is forgiving Hawk, which, like I said, was just a scene that I loved. Next up, we have Shannon, Johnny's former wife and Robbie's mum. Good chum, bottom of good chum. She's okay. Shannon, she's not amazing, but she's okay. Next up, we have, what's his name? Ron? No, not Ron. Announcer guy, All Valley announcer guy, the black guy who did the All Valley announcements. He also did one of the Psycho Tycho announcements. Daryl is up next. Daryl is a one-note character. He's just there as a commentator. Good chum, just below Yasmin. Next up, Sean. Good chum. I think he's a good brother to Kenny and a good character. So he's gonna go just above Daryl. Next up, Robbie's two jail friends. Robbie's friends who got sent to jail. Don't know their names. I could search up their names, but I'm not going to. They're douchebags. They're absolute douchebags. I got them as one entry because you can't have one without the other. They're douchebags. They go in the worst. Some of the most pointless characters in the show, in my personal opinion. and they become the first player to go into the worst. Another player who's awful is John Kreese's old army captain. He is vile and deserved his snake pit death. He's going below Robbie's jail friends. Stealing friends. Next up is Daniel's mum. She's in 2 scenes. She's in only a few scenes across these 6 seasons. But she makes a big impact. The story she told, season 6, when she tells Sam the story of Mr. Miyagi, and how the scene where Daniel's mum gives Sam a necklace that she was given by Mr. Miyagi. The story she told about how she ended up in possession of that bracelet was heartbreaking. It was really fun, and she knew the right time to give this sacred, this very important memento in her life to Sam. She did, and that just made me emotional. It made me happy. It made me think, oh, you'd love if you had a mum like Daniel's mum. She's awesome. I'm going to have her in Good Chum. And I'm going to have her above Yasmin but below Moon, because I like Moon. And I think she's an underrated character. Next up, Mike Barnes. The heel turn of Mike Barnes from Karate Kid 3 to Cobra Kai, for me, puts him in Karate Kids. I'm going to put him above... I'm going to put him at the top of Karate Kids for now. I like Mike Barnes, and I think he deserves a spot in the top tier. Next up, Kumiko, Daniel's Japanese friend from the second Karate Kid film. He makes special appearances across the series, starting in season 3. She made a nice impact. She had a nice impact on the series, but not enough impact to have her super high up. I'm going to put her in Good Chum, just below Daryl, because Daryl serves a bit more to the series than Kumiko. Another returning character from Karate Kid Part 2, but this time it was a returning character from not just Karate Kid Part 2, but the original Karate Kid. We have Ali Dawson. Love Ali. I think they used her right. I'm going to have her just above. I'm going to have her just below Moon. But I'm going to have her below Moon and above Daniel's mum. Next up, Tom Cole. Another douchebag. But not as much of a douchebag compared to Robbie's 2 jailer friends and Kreese's old army captain. Army instructor, or whatever his job is. Okay, there we go. We have... Next up, we're going to go through 3 characters who know each other very well. We have Johnny's 3 friends. Tommy. We have Johnny's 3 friends. Who are Johnny's 3 friends? Johnny's friends, Cobra Kai. So we have... Next up we have Bobby, Tommy, and Jimmy. We'll start with Bobby. Honestly, I like Johnny's friends. Let's just say that. But first up, Bobby. Bobby, the preacher, is going to go in Good Chum, just below Sean. Tommy, who's of actor Rob Garrison, obviously passed away, so they had to kill him off in the show. Very impactful. He'll be missed. Good chum. A bit higher than Bobby. And I'm going to put him below Ali. It was sad to see him go. But obviously, unfortunately, had to kill him off due to actor Rob Garrison's passing in real life. And then finally, we have Jimmy. The worst of Johnny's three friends, but still good. Still a good character, in my opinion. He's going to go second from bottom on the good chum tier list, just below Louis and just ahead of Shannon. Next up, the worst character of the entire show. Hector Salazar goes at the bottom, just below Kreese's old army instructor. Just like Kreese's old army instructor, Hector Salazar is an awful person. Vanessa is up next. Vanessa, Louis' sister, played by Ralph Macchio's real-life daughter. I like her. She's not amazing, but I like her. I'm going to put her above Kumiko, behind Daryl. Next up, Master Kim, again, another awful character. For me, not as awful as Kreese's old army instructor or Hector Salazar, but still a bad person. Next up, we have Jessica Andrews from Karate Kid Part 3. It was great to see her back. It was great to see her in Cobra Kai. I liked her in Karate Kid 3 when I watched that for the very first time, and I liked her in Cobra Kai. Good charm, above Yasmin, below Yasmin, above Kenny, above Sean, Kenny's brother. Next up in Unaffiliated is the GOAT, is the greatest character in Cobra Kai history, in my opinion. It's Mr. Miyagi. Mr. Miyagi, love ya. And I had to include you because he may not be physically in the show because of Pat Morita's passing a long time ago. He's not physically in the show because of the passing of the actor Pat Morita who portrays him, but he is in the show in spirit, and that's good enough for me to include him in this tier list. He goes at the bottom, at the top of Karate Kids. If this was a Karate Kid and Cobra Kai tier list, he'd be number one. Because like I said, he's the best character in the Karate Kid universe. Period. And yes, I know he doesn't physically appear in Cobra Kai, but like I said, he's in Cobra Kai in spirit. Next up, Quan. You may be thinking, you may be surprised when I say this. Not enough time to really grasp him as a character because he dies 10 episodes. He is first introduced in episode 1 of season 6 and dies 9 episodes later. Not enough time to fully take him in as a character, but he is going to go in Cobra Kai because even if he lived on after episode 10, he would have gone down a path of no redemption. So he's going to go at the bottom of Cobra Kai, behind Kyla and behind Brooks. Next up, we have Zara. Again, another person going in Cobra Kai. Not because again, I just don't think she'll change, even after that humbling she gets from Tori at the Psycho Taikai. And that's the same with... And then next up, we have the second of the Iron Dragons trio. We have Louis Tan's Sensei Wolf. Better than... For me, I like him more than Zara, but he's still nothing spectacular. Next up, and finally, the last of the Iron Dragons trio, we have Axel. I like him more than both Zara and Sensei Wolf, and I'm even going to put him at the bottom of good charm, because I do think Axel can change as a person. And I think Cobra Kai showed that throughout season 6, where he was never like super antagonistic, but he was never super a good guy. He was in the middle, but you could see him trending towards becoming a better person, especially when he walks away from Sensei Wolf. So yeah, I'm going to put him at the bottom of good chum. And finally, in unaffiliated, we have Gunther, the Saikai Taikai announcer. He was there to do his job, being the Taikai announcer. And that punch, when he punches the Russian guy in the head during the season 10 fight, that's the best scene that's the best thing I watched in Cobra Kai. When he slapped that Russian, when he punched that Russian in the face and said that line and said a badass line, the badass line that he was written after that, that was awesome. Gunther is actually really good. I like him. He's gonna go below Moon, above Ali in good chum. I like him. Okay, that's it for the unaffiliated characters. Now, we have the Cobra Kai characters, starting with Piper. She'll never change. She's not the worst, but she'll never change. I'm going to put her above Brooks, above Kyler, below Brooks. Next up, we have Kim Dae-hoon. I warmed up to her. I liked her more. I warmed up to her after seeing her in series 6. Whenever she showed hints at the very end of Cobra Kai season 6 that she could change. So I'm going to put her above Axel, but she's not going any higher, in my personal opinion. I like her, but I'm not having her higher than anyone who I've got above her. Even Anush and Louis. Next up, we have the two big Cobra Kai hitters. We have Terry Silver. Because this is a Cobra Kai captain tier list, and Miyagi doesn't physically appear in Cobra Kai, and is only in Cobra Kai in spirit, Terry Silver is the new leader in the Karate Kids. Finally, we've got Kreese. I prefer him to Terry Silver, so he's going to go above Terry Silver into the top of the Karate Kids tier list. These two villains may be bad people, but as characters, they're absolutely sensational. Next up, we've got the final category, which is... Next up, we've got the final category, which is Miyagi-Do and Eagle Fang. This is Miyagi-Do and Eagle Fang. Starting the Miyagi-Do and Eagle Fang section is Mr. Nate. Mr. Nate. Nate, he's just there. But I love him for being just there. He's going to go good chum, definitely. I'm going to have him below Moon. He's there, and it's fine that he's just there. Same can be said with Bert, who I had just above Nate, just because of him being a meme in the show. Next up, we have Devon Lee. This one's difficult because I really like Devon Lee, especially Uno O'Brien's performance. But she wasn't in the show enough to be super high. However, I am going to put her in Miyagi-Do worthy, at the top of Miyagi-Do worthy, because I think she would have made a great Miyagi-Do student. Next up, we've got Mitch, or Mr. Penis Breath. Him, Bert, and Nate are just funny as hell. And because they're funny, I have them high up. I'll have all three of them high up. I'm going to put Mitch in between Nate and Bert in Good Chum. Next up is his pal Chris. Chris, for me, is going to go just below Moon in Good Chum. I don't mind Chris. I think I like him as a character. Clear Leverage, who plays him, does a good enough job. Yeah. Below Moon, above Bert. Next up. I'm fine. Now, next up is Anthony Russo, or as he's commonly known, Anthony Lapusso. First few seasons did not like Anthony. He got much better in the third, fourth, and he got much better from season 4 onwards, despite bullying Kenny for a little while. But he didn't do enough in those later seasons to be anywhere higher than below Ali, above Tommy. Dimitri, we've got the big characters. We'll go Chosen next. Chosen, he is the new leader in my tier list. I have him above Terry Silver and Kreese, which may be a bit controversial, but I love Chosen. We have the final character we're going to talk about a little in a very few sentences. We have Dimitri, one half of the Binary Bros. Love Dimitri. Gianni DiCenzo, who plays him, awesome. He seems like a really nice guy. Dimitri is going to go in Miyagi-Do worthy at the top, just above Devon. Next up, now we have the big hitters. First of the big hitters is my least favourite of the big hitters, and that is Tori. Tori wasn't in season 1, introduced in season 2. She was a bitch. She was a bitch in season 3. She was a bitch. In season 4, she was a bitch until the reveal at the very end, when it was revealed that Terry Silver had bribed the ref to make her win the All Valley. And after that, Tori became so much better. And it's those last few seasons that surprisingly pumps her from under Kenny in Good Chum to under Dimitri to under Stingray in the Cry Kids. Tori changed so much after season 4, and I was really happy that she did. And I'm really happy that she forgave Sam, and that Sam forgave her. Next up, we have the final member, the other side of the Binary Bros, along with Dimitri, and that is Hawk/Eli. Hawk is good. First few seasons, he was a dick. Then he changes in season 3. Reverts back to his normal self. Becomes a better person. And in the end, changes his life around. Which I wouldn't have expected after season 1 and 2. He's going to go below Terry Silver. Below Terry Silver, above Mr. Miyagi in the Cry Kids. Next up, Robbie. Robbie probably had the most interesting story arc, along with Johnny, in Cobra Kai. Oh, and by the way, congratulations to both Tanner Buchanan, who plays Robbie Keaton, and Mary Mauser, who plays Sam, for announcing their engagement. Congrats to them. They announced it a little while back, and congrats to them. But let's get back to back to talking about Robbie. Robbie is a great character, in my opinion. It was up and down. He was Miyagi, then he was Cobra Kai, then he was Miyagi-Do, then he was Cobra Kai. Then he was Miyagi-Do. He was Miyagi-Do. Then he was Cobra Kai. And then he was Miyagi-Do again. He was always, obviously, he was at odds most of the series with Miguel. They ironed it out. They became friends. They became brothers. And they'll make really good brothers to Johnny's new baby. They'll make great brothers to Johnny's new baby. Johnny and Carmen's new baby. Great. It was great to see them forgive each other. It's great to see them become friends again. And Robbie is just great. I've watched Tanner Buchanan since... The first time I watched Tanner Buchanan was when he was on Nickelodeon's Game Shakers. And since then, he's never looked back. Robbie, you are something. And you are going to go above your girlfriend. You're going to go in Karate Kids. You're going to be above your girlfriend. You're going to be above Stingray. You're going to be above Amanda. You're going to be above... You're going to be below Terry Silver. Above Hawk. Next up is Miguel. Miguel. You may be thinking, why are you not going from him as the penultimate character? I'm choosing the order, and you'll see why I chose. The order that I chose, you'll see why I chose it. So, Miguel is the poster boy of the Cobra Kai series alongside Johnny Lawrence. He goes from scrawny new kid to absolute beast and deserved his Saikai Taikai win. And deserved that Cobra Kai won the whole thing. What is there to talk about with Miguel? Miguel's awesome. He's going at the top of Karate Kids with 3 characters left to go. Next up is the Karate Kid himself. Is the Karate Kid himself and Johnny's new best friend. It's Mr. Daniel LaRusso. His character arc in Cobra Kai was very interesting. He was at odds with Johnny for the first 3 seasons. They gave up their rivalry and became friends. They gave up their rivalry and became co-dojo. And became co-dojo. And became co-Miyagi-Do sensei. And became co-senseis. And after that, the 2 of them never looked back. And I think Daniel helped Johnny become a better person. I think Johnny helped Daniel become a better person. And Ralph Macchio, he may be the best actor, along with William Zabka in Cobra Kai. My boy Daniel is going just below Miguel. Next up, we have Johnny Lawrence, the main character of the entire show. There's no need to talk about him. He is top of the tier, top tier, Karate Kids, above Daniel, just above Miguel, and as it stands, going into the last character, top of the entire tier list. And you're thinking, okay, there's only one character left, and it's Sam LaRusso. Surely she's going to be and you think, oh, she's going to be below Terry Silver. Nope, she's not below Terry Silver. You think, oh, she's going to be below Robbie. No, she's not below Robbie. Oh, she's going to be below Hawk. No, she's going to be below Mr. Miyagi. No, she's going to be below Mike Barnes. No, she's going to be below Amanda. No, below Stingray. No, below Tori. No, below Dimitri. No, below Devon. Below Carmen. Below Aisha. Below Rose. Below Kenny, Moon, Chris, Bert, Nate, Penis Breath, Mitch, Nate, Gunther, Ali, no, Anthony, no. She's not going anywhere. She's not going under those people. She's not going under any of them. She's going above them. Obviously, Sam is OG. She's OG. For me, she's she's the, along with Miguel and Robbie, she's the OG character in Cobra Kai. She's going straight in to Karate Kids. I'm actually going to do something quickly before we do put Sam in a position. And that has moved Tori up. I'm going to move Tori above Stingray, above Amanda, above Mike Barnes, above Mr. Miyagi, and I'm just going to keep her below Hawk. I don't think she's just there above Hawk yet. Maybe over the next few years I might push her up, but for now she's not at the level of Hawk. So now we can order Samantha. She's going above Stingray. She's going above Amanda. She's going above Mike. She's going above Mr. Miyagi. She's going above Tori. She's going above Hawk. Robbie, yeah, I'll go put her above Robbie. I'll put her above Terry. Kreese, yeah. Chosen, yeah. Daniel, yeah. Miguel. Do I put her above Miguel? She goes at the top. Best character in Cobra Kai, in my opinion. She's my favourite character. Not because she's hot, but she's my favourite character. I love Sam more than any other character. You might not love Sam more than any other character. You probably have her. You'll definitely, you guys who are watching this will definitely have Sam lower. But I, as a personal preference, have Sam as my favourite character in Cobra Kai. And she has been my favourite character in Cobra Kai since Season 2. That is it for this tier list. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell. But before we do end this video, we're going to go through each tier again. And we're going to go through the tier list from bottom to top. Tier by tier. I'm going to quickly count how many characters there are on this tier list. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 54. There's 54 characters on this list. In 54th place, we have Hex Salazar. 53rd, Kreese's old army instructor. 52nd, Master Kim Sung-young. Master Kim Sung-young. In 51st, we have, in joint 51st, we have Robbie's old friends. 50th, Tom Cole. 49th, so that finishes off the worst tier. 49th, now we're into the Cobra Kai tier. 49th, Quan. 48th, Kyler. 47th, Piper. 46th, Brooks. 45th, Zara. 44th, Sensei Wolf. 43rd, Axel. 42nd, Kim Dae-hoon. 41st, Shannon Keen. 40th, we have 40th, Jimmy. 39th, Louis. 38th, Anush. 37th, Kumiko. 36th, Vanessa LaRusso. 55th, Daryl. 54th, Bobby. 53rd, Sean. 52nd, Jessica Andrews. we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back to 44th, and we're gonna go back up to 44, cat to 44th place, and go from there. 44th. Actually, 49th. We'll go from 49th. We're gonna resume. We're gonna go back to 49th and continue on from there. 49th, Quan. 48th, Kyler. 47th, Piper. 46th, Brooks. 45th, Zara. 44th, Sensei Wolf. That's the end of the Cobra Kai tier. 43rd, Axel. We're now into Good Chum is next. 43rd, Axel. 42nd, Kim Dae-eun. 41st, Shannon. 40th, Jimmy. 39th, Louis. 38th, Anush. 37th, Kumiko. 36th, Vanessa. 35th, Daryl. 34th, Bobby. 33rd, Sean. 32nd, Jessica Andrews. 31st, Jasmine. 30th, we have Daniel's mum. 29th, Tommy. 28th, The Pusso. 27th, Ali Dawson. 26th, Gunther, the Sakataiko announcer. 24th, Nate. 23rd, Mitch. 22nd, Bert. 21st, Chris. 20th, Moon. And 19th, Kenny. That's Good Chum. Miyagi-Do. 18th, Rosa. 17th, Aisha. 16th, Carmen. 15th, Devon. 14th, Dimitri. That's the end of Miyagi-Do Worthy. And we're now onto the top tier, the Karate Kids. I'll quickly recount where I'm at now before we get into the Karate Kids tier. 54. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. In 14th, Stingray. 13th, Amanda. 12th, Mike Barnes. 11th, Mr. Miyagi. 10th, Tori. 9th, top 10. 10th, Tori. 9th, Hawk. 8th, Robbie. 7th, Terry Silver. 6th, Crease. Top 5. 5th, Chosen. 4th, Daniel. 3rd, Miguel. 2nd, Johnny. And 1st, my favourite character. My favourite character from Cobra Kai. Surprisingly, but it's my opinion, Samantha the Russo. Like I said, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell to catch up with, to know when I drop new videos. Next time on the channel, we're going to do something next time on the channel. I don't know what it's going to be, but I'll see you next time for another video on my channel, whatever that is. Until then, I'm out. Peace. Bye.